So good day, guys, from Trader Trading Academy. Today I'm going to be explaining trend lines, support and resistance, and I'll probably do a little touch on other blocks. So, I'm going to explain how I came about this whole thing we're looking at here. So, please subscribe, comment, like for more strategies and analysis like this. So now, trend lines are majorly used when it comes to locating support and resistance levels. They are just lines drawn on our chart to locate point of reverse, and just they are majorly used for resistance and support levels. We can probably use them for POIs too. That those are pivot points, like I said, points that markets reversed. Like for example, now if I should locate a pivot point, this is a pivot point on my chart here. I have another one here, another one here, another one here. So those are POIs, pivot points in the chart. So basically for today, I'm just going to go about trend lines. Then I'll do a little bit of other blocks, because if I'm going to analyze this chart, I'll have to add some um other blocks to it. So now first, looking at this chart, I'll first like to note um an uptrend here. It wasn't really steep like that, but it was moving. So I'll draw an uptrend here from this line, and I'll stop maybe somewhere around here. So okay, so I have this, then I'll let it break that place. Yeah, so something like this. I'll have something like this. Now, so if we keep that, let me make it a little bit darker. All right. So this is like a noticeable uptrend. It wasn't really moving. It wasn't really steep like something like this one now. It was very very sharp. So, but still, we can still call it an uptrend because it's not on the plain level. Then right here on top, there was also a support point. Now, we all know resistance and support. For those that are new into trading and probably don't know about these terminologies, resistance and support lines are places whereby, for example, for a support line now, the one I have below here is a support line. This line here is a support line, meaning in the sense that chart reached there, and it like supported the chart going back up. In trading, we look at bullish as a good idea. Bullish, I mean uptrend. So it's like a support for the chart. It is supporting the chart going back up. So if you notice, when price reached this point, it went back up, it reached there, it went back again, it reached there, it went back. So we can call that support point. And so we can just use a trend line to just locate that area. Now the one above is resistance. Resistance, like it says, is resisting the chart from going beyond that level. So that's like one very strong one above there that I have. So keeping that in mind, I would like to go further again. Now, going a bit deeper into this chart, I would like to look at, there are some times whereby resistance can become support. It happens a lot, and most especially in breakouts, resistance becomes support. So, for example, I'm going to put this particular one up here, drawing it that way. It's not something I can just neglect like that. I can't just overlook it. Look at resistance becoming support. So from here, this was support, then it broke it and became resistance for it. Moving all the way down to this place, it broke it again, from here, and became a support for it, breaking it back and becoming resistance. So support sometimes do turn to resistance, but still they can't be neglected on the chart. So I'm not going to, neglect that particular area on the chart. And you can see it's kind of forming, an uptrend in line with the one I have below. They are parallel. So I think we are doing the right thing. Now moving on to that, there was a major POI here in this particular chart. Like I said, POI is pivot point. Now, which is somewhere here. For a chart to just reverse back like it's coming on a downtrend, forex market is $1 billion, what is $1 trillion market. So it's moved by billions and trillions of dollars. And so for something that is going on a downtrend to just suddenly change its course and go back up, it means like there's so much, orders were taken in that place that had to change the course of the market. So definitely I can't just neglect that particular point, which brings about another block. So many orders were taken in that particular region. And so if I'm to put something like that on the chart, I'm going to represent it with this particular area. So I'm going to put this one here. Then I'm going to add another one to it. Alright. So I could have actually used that one for a block, but I don't want to make the chart look too. I'm going to change it to a dash line just to make the chart look a bit okay. So you can see that that particular zone was being used by the market again in this second period, being rejected by that point, also by this support line up here. So you can see that all what we are doing is kind of making sense and giving us the idea that okay, we are doing the right thing. So moving on now, I would like to use terminology RTO. So I would like to use a terminology RTO on this particular chart. But first, I want to represent it with another block, like a zone. So I'm going to put that here and keep it like this. So I'm coming just a bit. So 10, visual order, send to back. Right. So now, what I just did here was, now RTO, like I said, is short form for return to origin. So it's just like a chart left a particular origin, and we are kind of saying that the thing is it must definitely come back to that particular origin that it left. And that one is basically on long-term basis. It doesn't happen on short-term basis like that. And we can even look at this one. You it left this particular resistance level, and we can see it coming back again to this particular level. So it's like an RTO. It happens on long-term basis. Even here, you can see it left this place and it came back to that place again. So that one is long-term basis. So that's what we can see in this chart here. So I'm going to keep that point, knowing that definitely it's an RTO. So now the chart has returned back to this particular place. Mind you, we know that definitely this strong, movement by the chart was caused by at least industries or smart money, as they call them, the big guys, and also due to news. Moves like moves like this in the markets don't just happen on a normal daily stuff. So now moving with this kind of thing that we have here now, I'm going to neglect the other blogs that I drew above there because I did that when I was analyzing this for a previous trade. So I'm going to put another other block somewhere around here. Well, I'm coming. Let me make it a trend line. So for example, if I have this, let me go a bit deeper into this chart. On the 1 hour time frame, alright, makes more sense. The line, and we can see we can call this one support line. So I'm basically doing this video for beginners. I'm explaining too many stuff that we already know, so it's just for beginners. So now that's a support line for the chart, which was later broken by obviously so much smart money for. So back to 4 hour time frame. So we have that there. Now, basically, like I said, this move was basically caused by news and smart money. Smart money, they're the big guys, the big players in the markets. They move the markets, you know, in so much serious ways. Now, I would have loved to explain a particular terminology in this chart because it happened. But I'm not going to do that today. That's liquidity grab. It happened in this market, but I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing that today. So I just want to explain trend lines. I'm just explaining trend lines. So we can see this is how the whole thing works with, placing your trend lines and support level. So it gives you, a good sense of what's happening in the chart, where the chart is likely to go, this and that. So though there will have been so many concepts that I will have explained in this chart, but I did have them explained already in my previous videos that I've done. So I don't think I have to go back to this. Mind you, where this chart is actually going to, well, you can go back and watch my previous videos. I've done videos on, especially this GBP JPY. I've done videos on them. How to know where this chart is going to, you can check my previous videos. They are all there. So I'm just explaining trend lines, support levels, and so on and so forth. So moving on, another support level we can see here is in this chart. Now you can see this here. Now you can see it was having an effect down the chart again. So probably maybe if some weeks ago, last month, we were still around this area and we are kind of, where is this market going to? Where is it going to? Now, having noted this particular uptrend that we have here, maybe we're still at maybe 23rd of September and the chart was still here. And we want to know where this thing is going to. Knowing this particular support level that we have here, though it was broken here due to our support line below, still we can still see that the market made respect to that particular support line there below. And so getting to that point, we can see price is being rejected by it. So definitely we know that we are not really expecting it to come down to that level. So we can place a buy there. For long term, of course, this is a 4 hour time frame. So 3 4 candlesticks is half a day already. So it's obviously long term. So that's another support level in the chart. Then sometimes ago, this chart I also drew a downtrend like this. There was a time I drew a downtrend in this chart in this form, and the thing broke out there in this place. So though this downtrend, I actually removed it later on because it wasn't really useful. It wasn't really making any sense in the chart anymore. Though there was this particular setup that a student of mine sent to me, and it was like, the thing could have been drawn down to this level, like and the chart still made respect to it in this point. Yes, fine, that's okay, but I don't still see it as something that is still going to be respected by the chart later on. I don't expect price to come down to that level and probably go down or something like that. So it will still make respect to other lines that are on this chart. So I hope we have some good idea of trend lines, support level, and it's just a very easy stuff. Just locate um support levels, resistance levels, place your lines there, and just follow the chart. It's very easy. I also said about POIs, pivot points. There are places whereby, in fact, they are mainly used for other blocks. Pivot points are, they mostly use um other blocks there. So POIs are, but you can put a trend line there. There's no problem with that. Then I don't know which other concepts do I have to explain here. Even this, let me go one more for the RTO I have here. If you look at this place, let me make this place a region. For example, if I have this, I'll go down to the 1 hour time frame so you can really see RTO in action. Send to back. Alright. Now on the 1 hour time frame, you can see how the market was, going, rejecting by the support level, it went back, rejecting by support level, then news took it down all the way there, all the way to this point coming. So it went up and news took it back all the way to this point. Now you can see that even after breaking this particular um support, they'll see a retest back to origin. Like zones are really something that are needed in our chart, because price makes respect to them a lot. So it's just another thing that we should also keep in mind. I think we've learned something today. Thank you.